Welcome back to Razmavsan TV. Today I'm going to show you a katana made by Kris Cutlery. This katana is one of the early generations of katana made by Kris Cutlery. It was also purchased 21 years ago, almost, yes, 21 or 22 maybe. And back then many people reported about the exceptional cutting capabilities of this katana. And I'm going to show this to you. As you see that it has a tsuka and a tsuba and a tsuka. I would like to say that the tsuba is of course a solid brass, and it has two holes in it. You will see it in a close-up. And the tsuka, it does not have the traditional binding, but it has the cord which is wrapped around it. Good thing about it is, I know it doesn't look traditional. I know that the traditional cord gives you a good grip, but this one, this interpretation also gives you a good grip, and it does not slip in your hands. You're going to see in the videos, I'm going to show it to you, that this one, when I do iaijutsu, I do the sword drawings, right, that it still, I can manage it very well. Although back then some people, not many, some people said that while it is a bit on the heavy side, I didn't feel it. I do with the shinken, it is very sharp, you will see. All the techniques of sword drawing, of kenjutsu and katori, but I would like to, in standing and also in sitting, I would like to mention one point. Please never ever do test cutting or also sword, especially sword drawing with the shinken, unless you're very well trained and you trained for years, and discretion is required, and also you need to be extremely careful, everything at your own responsibility. So this is what you can see it here. The blade is differentially heat treated. When this one was etched back then, so you can see the differential heat treatment there already. And also when you cut through it, through the target, through tatami omote hard grain, which I did, you see how well this one cuts, right? It has a very good balance. You can go it one-handed, as you do with some techniques of katana, and two-handed, as most techniques are designed. You can go into grappling range, and as you will see in the video, I have prepared for cutting there. Here you will see a cutting dance with Kris Cutlery katana. So I go first with the first cut, just a smooth cut. Just some of the fibers remain, but that's the beautiful thing. I mean, when some of them remains and it goes down, and then you see that it slowly goes down and falls down, and then the remaining fibers, there are not many, keep your omote still there. I mean, I know it's not, could be considered not as a clean cut, but I mean, still, I really like it because it's just it went through. It's just some, as I said, remaining fibers remain there, and you can see the move of your omote, tatami omote, going down. Clean cut. You see, this is diagonal cut with the katana. Look how efficient this blade is. Second cut done on it, and in this I'm going first to put the sword back in saya, the katana back in saya. So I draw it, and now take a look at it again. A clear and a clean cut. Look how it cuts through tatami omote. Very, very clean cut. I'm going to show you another slow motion at a slower rate so you can take a look at it. You see, very good cut. The saya does not have the traditional sageo and kurigata. So without the kurigata and then sageo, you cannot, of course, hold sword. Because the traditional one have, let's say in English, wooden part which you can pass a cord into it and then come and put it in your sash. What I did in iaijutsu, I just you can just tuck it into your sash and do all the iaijutsu. You can also easily make one on yourself and attach to it, so it's not a big deal. And also back to the handle, as I said, it's not a traditional handle and it has a kashira at the end as well. So the blade geometry, as I said to you, is very well made. It has a good balance, and above all, it is a very, very good cutter. We are going to continue with the cuts here. So this one didn't go through and it opened. I mean, although it causes damage, but this is not, of course, considered a good cut. Although the tatami omote rolls out, right? But you see, I mean, it opens, right? And if we come to the next one, this is as you said, I'm sorry, not the next one, in the slow motion. You see that it opens. You see how the opening is done there. That basically rolls out. And now I'm going to show you the sword drawing in standing position. So you can take a look, Kris Cutlery, and when you train with the Shinken, it really sharpens your senses. I mean, it's like you shouldn't make any mistake, meaning zero tolerance for mistakes. So you should do it at your own discretion and your own responsibility. You need to train with a boken or with an unsharpened katana for some years before coming and train with the Shingen. As you can see, when I sheath back, when I put the katana back in saya and its scabbard, I also don't look at it. This is something which you need to practice a lot. You put the back of your katana on your back of your hand, you feel it, and by this feeling you put it back in the saya, in the scabbard. And also the whole cut, you always know when you do train with the Shinken that you are not playing. I believe next to cutting test, which is an extremely important part of swordsmanship, another one is at the higher levels, when you have reached the mastery level and know all these techniques, to train in the air with the Shinken, with a sharp sword, to sharpen your senses. Of course, also you need to have very good martial arts training, and you need to know striking and grappling. All of them go hand in hand to make you a good swordsman, swordswoman, or a fighter. So this is what training with the Shinken in standing offers. We cut here and let me see how this one does. This was clear cut, as you could see there. It really cut through tatami as if it were butter. And again shows how good this blade, this katana, cuts really surprised by hardness level, also the flexibility and the whole elements of this katana as well. Makes it a very good cutter. We are going to have the sword drawing in sitting position with the same katana, with Shinken, with the sharp sword, and the same as in standing. This is you need to be very careful. In my opinion, when you sit, especially in this style, because you have constantly pressure on your knees, you need to be even more careful. You see the jump, the sharp sword. I mean, of course, it requires to have an athletic body. You need to do lots of sport, be strong in your legs, and then concentration. And all these things, again, takes years of training, and you should do it only at your own discretion, and then to be under supervision of a trained swordsman and a swordsmanship trainer. Again, it as in standing position, it really sharpens your senses when you train with a sharp sword. An indispensable item or part of training, especially when you come to a higher level in swordsmanship and martial arts. Right? As I said, the balance of this Kris Cutlery is very good and makes it a very good practice sword, not only for cutting but also for swordsmanship practice for iaijutsu, sword throwing. We are going to see again some cuts here. You see it cuts again, a clean cut goes through tatami omote. The slow motion again shows how the blade behaves in the cutting action, as you can see it here. Cuts from two different sides. You see how tatami omote is cut. Clean cut from my left to the right side, diagonal cut. And in slow motion, you can see how the blade flies and behaves in the cutting motion. And now from the other side, also a clean cut. You see, doesn't matter from which side you hit, the blade just cuts. The tatami omote. Thank you for visiting our channel and for watching this video. So it was a Kris Cutlery Katana back then, and I showed you this was one of the first generation, and you observed and you've seen the cutting capability of this blade, and also that it could easily be used for Shinken practice in iaijutsu and also in sword drawing practices. I would like to ask you to keep supporting our channel. I'm really humbled by seeing so many people from different countries, from Iran, neighboring countries of Iran, in West Asia and Middle East, in European countries, West and East, in United States of America. We have many supporters and members, Canada, Middle and South America, and Africa, many people, African countries. We have in Asia, China, Japan, Korea, and also the rest of Asia. We have many supporters in Australia and New Zealand, and many other places. I'm sure India, for example, we have many. And I would like to just say my thankfulness for supporting us, for supporting me, my research, my martial arts way of martial arts, and everything. Please keep supporting us, subscribe to us, ask any questions you have, and have a nice day.